Hey guys, it's July 8th. Just got back from Indie PopCon, where I spent the whole day just having a blast. And I wanted to show some of the kind of stuff that I picked up there. And I know this sounds like I'm going to be bragging a little bit, and that's not the point. I think a lot of people are like, oh, Buckles, you go to Comic Cons, that's so cute. You're 34 and single and destined to die alone in the grave. And while all of that's true. I just want to show you what passion can do and why I get excited about these things. And so this year's Indie PopCon 2017 was obviously held in Indianapolis, but I want to show you some of the things that I picked up that it just you just kind of fanboy out about it. So I want to start from some of the kind of smaller things that I found, and then some of the really big and cool things that I found, and some of the people that I met today. So real quick, I want you to just see. Right now, I'm collecting a lot of the comics for the Rebirth series, and so there were some unique comics that I found today. This is Flash #2. If you aren't reading it, looking at it, it's a really cool. When I pick the comic covers, I pick the ones that are, I don't know, they jump out to me that they're unique and I feel really excited about. And so this one was a variant issue that I have not seen yet. So that was cool. I picked that up, and that's issue #2. So I really like that. Found a variant cover of All-Star Batman #11, which some of you who are friends of mine on Facebook are reading the All-Star Batmans. And this was, I think it's a better cover than the one that I was originally given and picked up last week. So I really like that one. And then this one is extremely unique because with Batman 26, the whole premise of the story is the war with riddles and jokes, and it's this kind of feud between Joker and Riddler. And so to have the cover be of Poison Ivy was, I don't know, it was just kind of stood out to me. So I picked that up, and that was really cool. So I found some comics, very happy about that. The thing about Indie PopCon is more about the pop culture than it is about the comics, although there are some comic dealers there. But I really, really was happy to kind of stumble into that stuff. So the next thing that I found are some action figures. Stop looking at me, Jennifer Whip. They're action figures. They're not dolls, okay? Because they're still in box. Anyway, so I found Nightwing. I'm kind of on this crusade to find the animated series reissues of these figures. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, you could find some of these figures, but they didn't have the points of articulation, meaning that they couldn't move their elbows, and they're just these stiff kind of robots, and you just had to roll with it. So they've reissued a lot of these with more, flexibility to them. So I found Nightwing, was really, really happy about that. And then I found Christmas Joker, because Lord knows it's never too early to celebrate the holidays. I don't know, whatever. Okay, it makes me happy, damn it. That's all that matters, all right? So then the next thing that I found, and this is really more for Les Dobbins, so Les, this is for you. But I found a Pop Funko figure that I nearly plots myself in the middle of the showroom floor checking it out. But this is the Joker in his kind of Hawaiian outfit from The Killing Joke. And it was an exclusive to the New York Comic Con in 2016. So really, really unique figure, still in box. I could not pick this up just due to the fact that there was only one of them and I had never seen it. And that story is so amazing just based off of the fact that it's, if you've never read it or know anything about Batman, it was, the original story was an annual, but the story was so good, and I don't want to give anything away for those who have never seen it, but it's so good that it became canon, and it affected the lives of one of the central characters within the Batman family. So Really, really cool figure. It now, and it even came in a plastic case. That goes on the shelf. That will never be opened. Don't judge. Okay. Uh, the next thing that I really like that I found, I'm on this kind of huge Wonder Woman kick, although I've been on a Wonder Woman kick for a long, long time. But it's a unique kind of print. And it's an original drawing by K.L. Steele Art. That's the company, but it really is her. It's K.L. Steele, and there's her signature at the bottom. And it was just really, really cool to see. And then the thing about it is that the Wonder Woman letters are kind of this gold metallic foil, and so it kind of gives that sheen look. But I thought it was a really I guess the thing about this is that it spoke to me, and that's the thing. I felt like it came from, passion about the movie, which I can't stop talking about it. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Yada yada yada. I mean, seriously, I could go days and days about how awesome it is. But this representation by K.L. Steele, she did a really nice job, and it was very easy for me to put the money down to pick this up. So really excited to have that in my collection now. I just need to find a place to hang it. It's not framed. Okay, so then I'm moving on to people that I met today. Oh, and I didn't meet everybody. The only person that I did not truly get to meet and get any signatures or any photos with, unfortunately, was Troy Baker, who is a very famous voice actor. Just a slew of video games, but he's really, really an awesome person. And he's done quite a few video games that are near and dear to my heart, least of which is The Last of Us. He is Joel. That's the main character. And those of you who are gamers, if you've never played it, you should play it. One of the best video games out there. And it's just a really good story. It was developed by Naughty Dog. So anyway, but once you hear his voice, it's like, I know exactly who you're talking about. And it's very, kind of, it's so hard to not, recognize his voice. So I didn't get to meet him, but I did get to meet quite a few people. One of the really cool people that I met was Greg LaRoche, who is an artist. Specifically, he did a lot of work with the Flash series in the 90s, and so he had some of his artwork for sale. And so here's a picture of one of the Flashes that he essentially drew. It was just a really kind of unique moment to meet him because he was part of a podcast group earlier in the day, and he was talking about how he has problems with the new Flash, not only the TV series but also the way that the Flash character moves in the comics, and he felt like that the Flash character should always be kind of in a gliding position, that his flashing essentially was more of a kind of skating motion rather than a running motion. And so because of that, he said he's never drawn Flash in a running position. And so I'll put it back up. If you can see here, it's kind of in a stationary gliding position, which I can hear a lot of you rolling your eyes and going, Jesus, Buckles, that's a bit tad. Yeah, well, okay. You all have your little niches, and I've got mine. So, but anyways, he signed it. It was really cool. He also did the cover for this year's kind of the Indie PopCon guidebook or pamphlet, essentially. So he signed both. Very, very happy. It was really cool to hear him talk with the comic book men because they were there as well for an hour session. The other person that the other two people that I got to meet, some kind of, again, heroes of mine, just because they sparked the nerd in me. And so I met two of the cast members from Revenge of the Nerds. So I met Curtis Armstrong right there, and he signed this really great the picture photo for Lambda Lambda Lambda. And then I met Robert Carradine, who played Lewis. Curtis played Booger. So there's Robert Carradine's signature and Curtis's. And Curtis has got a new book coming out later on this week, actually, The King of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerd. That's what it's called, Revenge of the Nerd. So I'm extremely excited. I love personal biographies, especially autobiographies, memoirs, that sort of thing. So I'll be going out and picking that up because that's probably one of the... If it isn't, it's close to one of the movies that I use the lines from the most. I keep referencing it. Just some really great parts. It's such a funny classic 80s kind of underdog takes all kind of movie that spoke to me. So, and this was about a thing, about just being excited over, for them it was computers and science and physics and just, their own little happy niches. And for me, it just, yes, obviously mine is Batman and a lot of the DC characters. So really, really good time meeting both of them. Very nice. Both of them were extremely nice. I know that I've put up a photo with Robert Carradine. That's the best one, and I know it looks like he's upset, like I got a turd caught sideways. But he really was nice. He shook my hand. He was just glowing with happiness to meet a fan, and I didn't like bombard him with just. I didn't become the true fanboy. I did with Curtis, because I met him early in the morning, and I was like, I get starstruck easily, and it's just like one of those moments where I was like, yeah, I know it's Curtis Armstrong, but still, it was very, very hard. But I'm glad that I met him first, because later on I went and met Matt Ryan, who Matt Ryan is Constantine from. He only did a series on NBC with the name Constantine, the TV show, and then he showed up in a couple episodes of season 4's Arrow, which were fantastic. And then Warner Brothers got him to do the voice for Constantine in their Justice League Dark movie. He was so nice and so complimentary, and just one of probably, he's easily one of my favorite celebrities now, just because of how easy he was to approach. He, you can see in the photos, he was very appreciative of just meeting fellow fans and, just telling us all these stories with regards to not only the TV show, but the voice work with Justice League Dark. And then I asked him if he was going to come back on Arrow, and if you've seen season 5 with regards to Arrow and kind of what happens at the end, it almost requires some dark magic. So please, anyway, but he's a lovely, lovely man, and I could not have been happier to spend a few moments with him. And luckily his line was not long, and that's okay. I'm all right with that. Okay, so now we're moving on to the kind of final things that I found, and these are props. And Lord knows I have enough costumes and props in my life, but today the company is called Classic Sandwich, and they make some really kind of cool, unique props that I've not seen in really any kind of convention sense. So the first thing that I bought from them, which I love, is it comes from the Batman animated series called Batman Beyond, which ran late 99 to 2001, only for 3 seasons, but it was basically Batman in the future, and it was a really good show, and they canceled it after 3 seasons because toy sales weren't doing well, and Cartoon Network, way to go, Cartoon Network. They dropped a good thing. But they did kind of close the bridge with the Justice League when they started to end that series off. So not every TV show gets that, but anyway. So Batman Beyond. So the Batarangs in Batman Beyond, they look like this. So that's what I got from Classic Sandwich. These are actually made of metal. They are pointed, and I suppose I could sharpen them a little bit more and they could become a weapon. But because they are a prop, I decided probably shouldn't throw them unless I had two, which is why I got two. Go figure. These things are the coolest. You can hear them. I can't wait. I do have some nasty neighbors. Who knows? Watch out, people of insert residential area. Kind of. Anyway, so these are extremely cool. I'm probably going to really and honestly, truly shadow box these because they really, I really am worried about throwing them and breaking them. But I had to pick up two. The kid that makes them, he looks like he's in his early 20s and just, takes pride in his work. So I was extremely thrilled to find this. That is until I found something just as equally as cool. Now, whatever your thoughts or feelings are with the Batman v Superman movie and its ultimate outcome, you have to admit, at the very least, the costume designs and some of the props in the movie were pretty spot on. And so the one thing that I really enjoyed in the movie, and then I found later on today, is this, which is, it's extremely heavy. You can hear that heft. So this is the Batarang, or one of the Batarangs from Batman v Superman. What's really unique about it, it's not sharp like the others, although I suppose I could, do some crafting with it and kind of make it a point, but it's meant to be obviously for the desktop. But the best part of it is that it comes with this stand. Yeah, the stand, which, if you can see, it's got this kind of point to it. That's because it's magnetic. And so it looks like that. And it is pretty freaking awesome because the stand is the Batman insignia. So it's done by QMX. That's the company that makes it. It wasn't the kid that made this. But he had this, and I had to pick it up. Now, the thing I didn't know when I picked this up and I opened it, and it's so cool, is it comes with one of the best cards that I've ever seen. And I want you to hear this. And I want you to think, do you think, I don't think that Andrew really should have this, because here's the warning. This product is inherently dangerous. This product is not a toy. Well, duh. It's not a toy. It's freaking awesome. This product is intended for adults 18 plus only. We're questioning that one here. It is the responsibility of the buyer/owner to ascertain and obey all applicable local, state, federal, and international laws regarding to the purchase, possession, and/or use of this product. You insert your own comments there. Please keep out of the reach of children. Too late. The owner represents that he or she is of legal age and that the product will be used in a lawful manner. Do not throw or attempt to throw this product. Too late. Failure to follow these warnings can result in severe injury or death. Quantum Mechanics Incorporated, QMX, assumes no liability or responsibility for any harm or injury resulting from the sale, trade, use, or handling of the product. It is the responsibility of the buyer/owner to handle the Batarang with care. Oops. Uh-oh. I can't seem to find a place to put it on my shelf or on my desk, so I guess I'm just going to have to toss it around. That's what I'm hearing. Oh, man. Anyway, so I will find a space somewhere. I don't know yet, but these things were just so cool. So I know that this video is about 20 minutes long, and I apologize for that. I just wanted you to see, though, that this is my life, and I don't care. And I happily accept geeking out over, plastic figurines and, props from movies that I just adore and love, and TV shows, and, fanboying over actors and artists and, people who have had an influence in my life. So, you look at this and you go, that's sad. And I look at it and I go, this makes me happier than a lot of things in life at this moment. So I appreciate what actors, artists, writers, comic book people, cosplayers do in general. So it was a really good day. I just want to make sure that you understand it. It was a really good day, and that had a really fantastic ending. So I'm extremely happy. I don't know. I don't know what to play with first. That's the best part. Martha Stewart does say, though, yeah, I know. You heard me right. I said Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart says that in each public space that you occupy, meaning that, a space that has people walking through, there should be something shiny in it. I think I found my shiny. Look at it. It's so pretty. Okay. Anyway, enough of that. Now I'm getting annoying. So, all right. Yeah, it was a good day. So the next time, you want to ask me, or you want to see, or you want to talk about, why I do what I do and why I enjoy this so much, I'm happy to have that conversation with you, but be prepared. I might just go off on a tangent here. So anyway, hope everybody's summer is going extremely well. Hope you are having as much fun as I did today, and I will update you guys later on. Have a good one.